Are you looking for the best toaster oven? In this video, we will look at some of the best toaster oven on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. The Cuisinart TOB-260N1. The best rated toaster oven, with the most versatility, the right price and the correct interior space is the Cuisinart TOB-260N1. It slightly edged out the Breville Smart Oven Pro for a few reasons. We're confident this can be the best toaster oven 2018 and 2019. Check price. The TOB-260N1 provides the best all-around experience and is at the right price. First off, it heats up quicker despite its larger interior space, 0.95 versus 0.8 cubic feet. And while a minute or so may be moot to some, it's still a consideration, especially if you're hungry and want to start and stop your cooking so you can eat your meal already. Second, the interior space of the Cuisinart TOB-260N1 was a big factor. Why? Because it's large enough to fit a 9x13 in baking pan. During our research, we baked a cake inside of the Cuisinart and had great results. It was perfectly cooked on the outside but moist on the inside. Cooking time was also a few minutes less than what the packaging suggested, which in our book is a plus. Unfortunately, the Breville just isn't wide enough to fit a 9x13 pan, and nor is the Panasonic FlashXpress, needless to say. And I should note that the Cuisinart can toast up to 9 pieces of bread at the same time, whereas the Breville 6 pieces and the FlashXpress 4. Also, with Cuisinart, you can customize the number of slices of toast to make, from 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, or 7 to 9. Following that, we then folded in price. The Cuisinart is cheaper than the Breville, so the barrier to entry is far lower with what is arguably comparable results, though the Breville did outperform when it came to how consistent the golden hue on the toast was. The Cuisinart also scored a plus in our book because of what is included at its lower price point, a Breville pizza stone and 2 racks. The pizza stone is a nice perk, but the 2 racks is a big win. Sure, you could go out and buy another rack for the Breville, but including it makes the whole operation turnkey. What I like about 2 racks is that I can not only cook 2 things simultaneously, but I can throw something else into the oven to either keep it warm or heat it up just before it's time to eat. 2 racks offers more versatility, hands down. However, the Cuisinart's interior is silver, which means stains in cooked-in food will start to show more quickly. Conversely, the Breville's is black and sleeker. So, if you want to clear away stains in cooked-on food, then check out our best oven cleaners. Number 2. Breville Smart Oven Pro. If you're looking for comparable performance to the Cuisinart, with a slight drawback in interior space, but you're willing to part with your hard-earned cash for a nicer machine with a better fit and finish, the Breville Smart Pro is the way to go. Check price. The Breville is premium, pricey, but it looks great and functions in a commensurate fashion. If it weren't for the Breville's smaller interior space compared to that of the Cuisinart, the Breville would take the cake. However, not being able to fit a 9x13 pan is an almost non-starter in our book. However, with that you do get a smaller footprint, which means less counter space being sucked up. The Breville toaster oven with convection is also aesthetically nicer all around, though you might have to look closer to see the differences. While both the top 2 machines have a stainless steel finish, the Breville's fit and finish is much more premium. It feels more solid in both build and in the buttons and knobs. Whereas the Cuisinart exudes a more plasticky feel which detracts from its appeal. Moreover, the Cuisinart's plastic feet are cheap-looking by comparison. Again, these are things you'll have to look for, but they're noticeable and might be enough to draw you to the Breville despite its higher price. The Breville produced the best toast of our top 2 picks, make it the best toaster oven for toast. From a toaster perspective, the Breville can cook up to 6 slices versus Cuisinart's 9. But with that, the distribution of heat, aka the heat map, is more consistent, resulting in toast that is more golden brown across all. Number 3. Panasonic FlashXpress. Enter the toaster oven that sometimes feels a bit like a microwave. And I mean that in the most positive of senses. How? The FlashXpress is exceptional at heating up food. Cold pizza? No problem. Within a few minutes, a slice or two can be returned to crispy perfection. Because the FlashXpress utilizes both far and near infrared, it heats up ultra quick when compared to the aforementioned two. Just take a look at the preheat times in our below chart. A large part of this can be attributed to the toaster oven's light button, which is in fact a heat source. Push it and you'll feel what is instantaneous heat. No warm-up time. In fact, the light cycles on and off in just about any setting. Check price. The FlashXpress a top pick for reheating and toasting. It's also great for small kitchens. The FlashXpress also wins big in the compact category. It's about half the size than the other top two toaster ovens, which also partially explains its ability to heat up so quickly and do such a great job reheating food. And don't get me wrong, it's also a decent toaster. And as you've probably figured at this point, it was the fastest at producing toast. However, as you can see in the above photo, it lacks heat closer to the door of the toaster oven. Where the FlashXpress falls short is in both its capacity. It's too small for full-on baking, and its functionality is very limited in terms of controls. There are just 6 settings: toast, waffle, roll, pizza, quick reheat, and hash brown frozen. It is ideal for pizza of up to 9 inches in diameter or up to 4 slices of toast. For more small oven choices, check out our guide to the best small toaster ovens. The slices closest to the door experience less heat. Number 4. The Oster TSSTTVMNDG-001. Also researched in our kitchen after an exhaustive search was the Hamilton 31128 and the Oster TSSTTVMNDG-001 toaster ovens. Both are very much budget options, and we'd be remiss not to test the other end of the price spectrum. Check price. The Oster is the best toaster oven if you're on a budget under $100. During our research, I found that both were decent at toasting toast. However, neither are anything to get excited about, largely because of their build quality, look, and altogether no pizzazz operation. But again, they're both in the sub-$100 range, so it's fitting. So what's our ultra-budget recommendation or the best toaster oven under $100? The Oster TSSTTVMNDG-001 toaster oven. Let's just ignore the model number and focus on the positive things, at least for now. The Oster is $79.99, and compared to our top 3 picks, it's a steal. Why? It's versatile thanks to its large capacity and preheat times that are on par with our top 2 picks. We cooked a full-on chicken, amongst a few other items, in this toaster oven and had fairly positive results. Fold into the fact that it can get hotter on a bake setting, albeit marginally, than the Breville and Cuisinart, and you might ask why this toaster oven didn't rank higher. Well, for starters, how it feels well represents its price. The buttons, which are of the touch ilk, have not tactile response. The crumb tray is cheap and flimsy, and the seal, to keep heat in, is lacking. There is also no preheat tone, despite there being a bake light that blinks as if it will emit a noise or go from flashing to steady, but alas, it never does.